Last Saturday, my friend invited me over to dinner, and I kindly accepted. We ate wonderful food, and the whole family was there, all of us being safe. After our dinner, we were all talking about shows and movies, and I bring up to my friend, who dearly loves The Mandalorian, that I hated how they have made Stormtroopers incompetent in the Disney-era Lucasfilm, especially in The Mandalorian, when Bill Burr's character mentions that he's a sniper, not a Stormtrooper with terrible aim.
Former Imperial sharpshooter.
That's not saying much.
I wasn't a Stormtrooper, wise ass.
Stormtroopers were very competent in the OT. They have just been completely misunderstood, and now is taken for as a joke by everyone, indisputably. No, they've always been silly.
Take over.
Alright,
My friend.
you know what? I'm gonna make a video to spite you, to prove you wrong, and you'll rue this day that you are proven wrong. My wrath will rain upon you. My response went something like that, but honestly, the amount of people that actually believe that Stormtroopers were shit at their jobs annoys me.
There's a reason why Stormtroopers are the worst shots in the galaxy. Seriously, it's not their fault. It's the Force.
Why would the Empire have clones that cannot aim for shit? A massive army that cannot aim is no good army. So I took it upon myself to do the work. And first thing I do is look through the movies for references. And to my utter surprise, I find no point where the Imperial Stormtroopers are competent. Psych, take a hold of your seats. I'm citing every scene where they actually do stuff. In 3, 2, 1, now. The first 7 minutes of A New Hope, Stormtroopers absolutely wreck the Rebel force, as well as knocking out Princess Leia, taking over the Tantive 4. The Stormtroopers search the escape pod that was short-circuited and figure out that there were indeed people in it because of the footprints in the sand. This is then also followed by another Stormtrooper showing a part of a droid and figuring out that the people in the pod were droids. Personally though, I think they could have used a better item to imply that there were droids in the pod. When Luke and Obi-Wan come upon the wreckage of the Jawa sandcrawler, Luke assumes that sand people attacked it.
It looks like the sand people did this all right. Look, there's gaffy sticks, bantha tracks.
Obi-Wan corrects him by saying that they were meant to believe that that had happened, but the sand people travel in a single file to hide their numbers.
People always ride single file to hide their numbers.
Obi-Wan then also says that the blast points are too accurate for sand people and that only Stormtroopers are so precise.
Only Imperial Stormtroopers are so precise.
Luke questions why they'd want to slaughter Jawas, then uses his deductive reasoning to learn that the Stormtroopers learned that the droids they're looking for trace all the way back to Luke's home.
The robots here, they may have learned who they sold them to, and that would lead them back home.
Oh yeah, and we also see Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen burnt to a crisp, along with their hut. Stormtroopers in Mos Eisley have been searching people and their droids, and we know this because they asked about the droids when stopping Obi-Wan and Luke.
How long have you had these droids?
About 3 or 4 seasons?
They're up for sale if you want them.
Jizz! Stormtroopers have hired people in Mos Eisley to track down the droids they're looking for. This might also contribute to why Mos Eisley is so filled with
Scum and villainy.
Which way? All right, men, load your weapons.
When rescuing Princess Leia, the only reason Stormtroopers miss when shooting at them is because they are either behind cover or they are moving. In fact, the same reason happens multiple times throughout the trilogy, like when Chewie and Leia are standing behind walls when getting shot at, as well as when they are behind the wall at the shield generator. One bitch slaps Han and tells the other Stormtrooper to go for help.
Go for help, go!
They capture Han, Leia, Chewie, and the rebels at the shield generator base on Endor. One of the Stormtroopers shoots R2-D2 and manages to postpone them from entering the shield base generator.
My goodness! Oh, why did you have to be so brave?
When Leia gets shot in her shoulder and Han is attending to her, 2 Stormtroopers manage to capture them and would have arguably stopped them in their tracks had it not been for the gun that Leia still had on her, as well as Chewie using the AT-ST to kill off the rest of the Stormtroopers in one of the previous scenes. Oh yeah, I forgot about this, but Luke also stands behind cover while Stormtroopers are shooting at him in Empire.
It's a trap! It's a trap!
Now that I've shown you that Stormtroopers are competent, you might be sitting there saying, but wait, Sando, what about the time when Luke is standing in the Death Star shooting at Stormtroopers and doesn't get one shot on him? Or that time when Lando, Chewie, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Leia are being shot at and don't get hit? Alright, we need to have a talk about plot armor. Don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely not defending plot armor. If you're writing a story and your character needs to stay alive in a high danger situation, and they get away without a scratch where it's unbelievable, it's damaging to the immersion that a viewer will have when watching a movie in which the rules are set up, especially when the character is not indestructible. There is plot armor in these movies, absolutely. In fact, nowadays it's rare to watch a show or movie without plot armor. Game of Thrones has it.
He also survives a cavalry charge by just standing still. Amazing. They're shooting so many arrows, so I'm just gonna count on.
John Wick has it.
Nelly, but fucking hell. How did you know this wouldn't kill him?
Sorry, Jonathan. Don't see any other way.
And if we're supposed to believe that he straight up betrayed John, then why the fuck didn't he just kill him in the second movie, for fuck's sake?
The prequels and sequels have it.
You're doing great, buddy!
Reign over the new empire, and the fleet will be yours.
And good God, does the Mandalorian have it.
Get down!
Kill him.
This is a Bacta spray. It will heal you in a matter of hours.
Because we were going out of time.
No!
Take my hand.
There's a creature. It has the child.
On it.
Cover me. Come on.
This isn't looking good.
I've seen worse.
Why are you running?
I got you.
This is not a whataboutism argument I'm making. I'm simply stating that it's rare to not have plot armor in a movie. When an enemy is terrible at their job consistently, then the argument can be made that they are incompetent. But when the enemy is competent at their job, then become terrible at it in a scene or instances of a movie, it's a flaw of the film. My friend Brelock's reviews decided to go with the term plot poison. We can take for example the Gondorians in Return of the King, the infantry to be specific. There are instances where their soldiers can kill the orcs effectively, but for the sake of the scene, they stumble around, allowing themselves to be killed. Now you may call this a choreography issue, but in a broader sense we can put this under the plot poison category. The same goes for the Stormtroopers in the original trilogy. See? Competent? Incompetent for a scene, then competent again. Well, that's all for this video. I hope I voiced my argument well as stir up some conversation, but this was a fun learning experience for me. Thank you,
my friend,
and your family for helping me motivate me to make this video, as well as Brelock's reviews for the conversation on plot armor and incompetent character, and helping make a distinction between the two with me. See you soon, and goodbye.